refuses, saying, I'm not going anywhere. And picking up the phone and throwing it away. Seeing this, his friend got angry and punched Alan in the face because he wants to stop the confrontation as there are many innocent people there. Then they tell Elno that if we tell the commander about this, it's not so, and this work will be kept in such a way that Germans will understand. The essence of the codes is in the machines. Think about those who send messages. We have its solution, meaning we know the language of their course, so they can learn all the languages of the machine in a week. She will change all the programs and we will never be able to decode their messages again. The attack that was about to happen. There was a member of their team's brother there. So the boy says that my brother is there. Somehow this attack should be stopped. To which Alan said, no, sorry, we can't do that because we're all working for our country here. Our complaint. Your emotions do not matter here. Shortly there will be an attack at this place. So much destruction that all these people are dying. Then Alan meets the officer and tells him that we have found a way to decode all the messages. But yes, none of them can stop us because such Germans will suspect that we have learned to decode the messages of their small machines, after which they will take its settings. Ban programming will change everything. We will stop you from others and you will have to create a fake story that will reach the Germans so that they get the impression. We get all the information from other sources. There should never be any doubt that we understood their messages. And they have made a countermeasure for their machine to the extent that even the commander should not know. After which they continue working like this. One day while they were working, Alan finds out that his friend, meaning his team member, Wall, that boy who knows that Alan is interested in masculinity, is actually German's resource, who gives all the information to the Germans. Then Alan goes to his father and thinks, if I go and tell the commander, that boy will also be surprised. Alright, go ahead and tell them, but then I'll tell everyone about your men's talk. Actually, this is the time when associating with men is a big crime, for which Elon can also be punished. Now when Elon tells this to his chief officer, he replies here, we already knew that he is a German spy and the messages he sends to Germany are known to us as well, but it works to our advantage. Because that idiot doesn't know that by spying like this, he's harming his own country because he actually doesn't have the brains like yours. I've gathered from afar. John tells her that she'll leave this place because her life is in danger. That he suggested that she should go to her mom and dad's house, but she refuses, saying, I'm not going anywhere. I am not going anywhere. I'll stay with you because I love you. At this moment, Ellen informs her, because I like men, I've been involved with them. Then she says, I know. I liked him since the beginning, but still, I would like to stay with you. I love you and I have forgiven you. I care about you. God has answered my prayers. I don't love you. I got engaged to you to formalize the relationship so that you can come here and help us. Nothing more than that. It's really sad for them because of this. And she gets so angry that she slaps Alan hard on the face and says that whatever others say about you is absolutely true. You are indeed a selfish, arrogant person. Mom leaves from here. And then Alan decoded the Germans' messages for the next 2 years, which he kept passing on to his soldiers for attacks. Alan's team decides who we allow and who we don't. We don't stop people, so she decides that we will stop the big ones so that the Germans feel that none of their machines are decoded yet. Actually, Alan could make big attacks and go wild. By decoding their machines, they had turned it around, which was a huge loss for the Germans. Finally, after 2 years, the war ends. Obviously, it was said that the British could never have won this war if Alan had not used his mind to create that machine, because at that time, Germany was very powerful. Their chief officer talks about this victory in a meeting with the team. Says that you guys need to work on this machine and burn all the papers of this project, destroy them so that no one should know that you worked on this project, and now all of you I can go back to my house. After this, the story returns to the present time, in the current moment, where it was found out that there was no theft in Elan's house, but instead that night he was with his friend, and at this time he was maintaining relationships with men. It was considered a crime for which Elon gets arrested. Then the judge keeps an option in front of Elon that you will have to go to jail for 2 years or you can have surgery and change, because of which he became very weak, as it also had disadvantages. One day when John comes to meet him, she sees he had become quite weak and emotional, so he advises that you should not stay alone. To this, he replies that he will respond. I was never really alone. Memories of my friend have always been with me as a mission because both of them are named Christopher. Now John felt a lot of sympathy for this. Because she was not feeling well, she tells him that today she came by this train, it crossed a city, and if you were not there, then. So that lion would never have existed. Because by not working on these germ cells, among all the lions you have saved, that lion is also included, they imply that you have saved thousands. So you are not just anyone. You are not just anyone. You are very special. And sometimes people who are not considered capable do things that no one can do it. This was the same thing Christopher had said to Alan in childhood. Alan then told John, and today John did it with him. This gave Alan some solace. But during their treatment, they do things. He takes his own life at the age of approximately 41. Then a few years after his death, all the accusations made were removed due to his work. Ellen was highly praised and appreciated because he accomplished the task in such a way that no one else could have, and whose birth itself greatly aided his country, saved the lives of millions of people, and along with that also saved Ellen's life. This story ends here.